Alrighty, welcome back everybody to the formulajonah YouTube channel, and I gotta say, it's good to be back doing live streams. Today is a very special stream because not only is this a watch party for an IMSA race, but it's the first time that we're going to be going live for the entire event. So from start to finish, I'll be streaming this event live. So what you're going to see is live data to the right of your screen, and of course myself to the left of your screen. Today is going to be a very exciting race. This is the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, as seen by the logo at the top of the screen. I am Jonah, the commentator, I guess the your host for today, the guy who's in charge of this entire channel and making it what it is, I guess. But yeah, really excited for this event. It is my home race, a race that's in California. We got so many exciting entries on the grid, a fantastic qualifying session that left us with a lot of questions, honestly, heading into this event. So a lot to look forward to for sure. As it stands right now, we are about 10 or so minutes until green flag running in the LA area. Of course, we're taking the racing to Long Beach. We're going to the coast of California, specifically Southern California, down in the LA area. So really excited for this event. I want to get into some entries in just a moment that are competing in this event, how qualifying went, and all that sort of thing. But I want to point out a few things before we get underway. First off, I want to say thank you so much for your support, as always. The continued support from all of you watching the videos has been instrumental to the continuation of this channel, and I really do appreciate that. I also want to mention that we have two live streams going on right now. This one, of course, and a secondary stream of the starting grid. So if you want to know exactly where each car is starting, which drivers are on the grid, which cars are on the grid, make sure to check out that live stream. Although, I do want to point out that that particular broadcast is going to stop right when the race begins because, well, it's a starting grid live stream and the cars will be changing positions once green flag racing gets underway. Welcome to everybody who's joined so far. I know this stream is still kind of new to the world of social media, so a few other people are going to be joining as we kind of get underway. Like I said, I'll be going live from start to finish for this race. First time that's ever happened on the channel before. We're going to be streaming for an hour and 40 minutes, I believe, maybe a little over. The race takes place around 2 p.m. local time. It's currently 1:51 p.m. local time. I'm, of course, in California, so in the same time zone, of course, as the event itself. But yeah, we're going to get underway in just a moment here. For a lot of folks over in Europe, for example, this race is going to be very late in the day or very early, depending, of course, where you're living. For folks on the East Coast of the US, this event will be starting at 5 p.m. local time on EDT, of course, Eastern Daylight Time. But yeah, a lot to look forward to. A sprint race this is. This is going to be an epic event, as Long Beach always is. If you haven't already, I recommend checking out the beginner's guide breakdown to this sprint race that I just posted a couple of days ago. That is where I kind of break down what's going to be happening in an upcoming Long Beach event. It's a great preview for the upcoming endurance or the upcoming sports car race. And yeah, just a lot to look forward to. And we'll be getting into a lot more of the details as the stream progresses. But one of the big things that we have coming up here, and one of the big talking points heading into this race, is BMW. Because if you didn't watch qualifying, and by the way, this is a spoiler coming up, BMW locked out the front row. Third pole position in a row for BMW M Team RLL and Dries Vanthoor. This is only the third time in history of the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship that there has been the same pole sitter in the first three events. So a very rare occurrence, but glad to see it. The thing is, and this is a talking point that a lot of folks are talking about right now, especially around the paddock, around the motorsport community, is can BMW convert that result into a race win or a major result in the event itself? Because as we have seen in Daytona and Sebring, BMW looked extremely strong. They've had probably the best start to a season in IMSA GTP in 2025, of course, but they haven't been able to get the result. And that's been really difficult. Arguably, BMW has had the second fastest car across the season, just shy to Porsche, of course. And I think that BMW, if they're going to win this race, this is their best opportunity to do that. Not just because they're on pole, but because they've locked out the front row. The 25, Sheldon van der Linde, as you can see to the right of your screen, is in second position. But the thing is that they got a lot of competition because BMW, every time they started on pole, every time that 24 car has been at the top and Dreams Vantor has been starting that car, it has not worked out for them. And the car that has been able to, I guess, take advantage of the situation and just perform better, honestly, is Porsche Penske's number 7 entry. And every time BMW has started on pole position, that number 7 car has started in third and finished in fourth. Now, if they're able to do that once again, this would be a major accomplishment for Porsche Penske. 3 wins in a row at 3 very different races: Daytona, Sebring, and Long Beach, of course. This would be major. I think this is also just the second time in history in IMSA competition where Porsche Penske would take another win at a track they have won before. Of course, Long Beach was a race that Porsche won with the 963 for the very first time. That was the first ever win for any endurance racing competition for the 963. Can they repeat the success from 2 years ago? Well, I guess we'll wait and see until green flags are underway. Now, Porsche starts second and third on the grid, so it's an all BMW front row lockout, it's an all Porsche second row, and it's an all Acura third row. It also was an all Cadillac fourth row until the penalty for the 31 Whelen entry. Now, I got a lot of comments coming in from this specific situation that happened in qualifying because when I put the results out, it said the 31 car was at the back of the GTP field. And there was a lot of question marks going like, hey, hold on a second. Didn't the 31 qualify in 7th or blah, blah, blah? Well, yes, it did. But unfortunately, the team worked on the car during qualifying, and so its laps were removed, which subsequently sent it to the back of the GTP field. So that particular car will start in 11th, just behind the Aston Martin Valkyrie hypercar, which is also here at this event. But yeah, there's a lot of storylines heading into this event, not just in GTP, but in GTD as well. Robert Wickens making his official debut in the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. This is a major deal for Robert, to come through after his just crazy incident many, many years ago in IndyCar. For him to be able to race and just be as competitive as he was and it still is just incredible. I think this is great. So really excited to see how he'll be doing. He and Tommy Milner in the DXDT Corvette will be starting, I believe, 8th on the grid, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully they can convert that into a big result in this event. Vassar Sullivan Lexus looking for 3 in a row. The number 12 car, Parker Thompson, put the car on pole position in GT Daytona. They got Rexy, the AO Racing 177 Porsche, starting just behind on the front row in GTD. Can Lexus go for a third win here today? It's definitely possible. This has arguably been one of their strongest tracks when it comes to the RCF GT3's performance, the Vassar Sullivan Racing Team's performance. They won in 2023 in GTD Pro. They won more recently in GTD with the 89 car. So we'll see. This is going to be an epic race, and I think Vassar Sullivan Racing has a very good opportunity to take 3 wins in a row here at Long Beach. I'm just going to grab some water. Give me one moment. Okay, so just a few minutes until green flag running at the Long Beach Street Circuit near Los Angeles. Long Beach, of course, a fantastic city. If you haven't been there, I highly recommend it. From what I've seen, of course, I haven't been there quite yet. I'd like to go as soon as possible. That's probably an event I'd like to go to very soon. A very exciting race, a very phenomenal track as well. This is a circuit that Formula One has raced on in the past. IndyCar comes here more often. They have their race, of course, tomorrow. That's a very big event for IndyCar. Formula E has raced here in the past during the first few seasons, I believe, of that championship. So yeah, it's a very iconic circuit. I bet there's going to be chaos here in IMSA. There always seems to be some sort of chaotic moment when it comes to IMSA WeatherTech sports car racing. You got turns such as the first corner, which has proved to be very difficult. And that's when I think in 2023, that's the corner where the number 10 Acura crashed off and just had a horrible day for sure. Then you got the fountain section just after that, and of course the infamous turn 11 hairpin. This is where all the chaos mainly happens. You see a lot of traffic jams here. This is kind of any sort of incident there is going to kind of shape the race to see how it goes. Laura asks in the comments below, does anyone know when Jensen Alsman is racing? Yes. So quick note on Jensen. He is currently racing in the 66 Gradient Racing Ford Mustang. He is making, I believe, his debut in the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship today, in terms of racing at least. Of course, he's been with Gradient Racing testing that car throughout practice and qualifying, as well as his teammate. This is a big day for Jensen and his teammate Robert. But I think that Gradient Racing has a strong car. They seem to have a little bit of a difficult qualifying, but they seem to show some performance. So I believe, I don't know if Jensen's starting in the car or if it's his teammate Robert. I don't know if Robert or one of them is starting the car, so we don't know which one. But we'll see. It could be Jensen, but I have to double check that. But yeah, great to see him and his teammate making their IMSA WeatherTech sports car debuts here at Long Beach. Same with Robert Wickens, of course. So a lot of new faces to the grid, or rather returning ones, in the case of Robert Wickens. But yeah, just a lot to look forward to. So I think that we are just a few minutes away from green flag running at the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. Got another comment coming in from Laura as well, who says, how do I watch him? You'll be able to watch him and other drivers, of course, the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, by checking out the IMSA broadcast, either on IMSA TV or IMSA's official YouTube channel. If you're in the USA, you'll be able to watch on Peacock and the USA Network. Now, that's actually a very important fact that I think a lot of people should keep in mind. And that is exactly how to watch this event, because sometimes it can be a little complicated. Best places, it really depends, of course, where you are, but best places to watch are going to be Peacock and the IMSA YouTube channel, of course, depending where you are in the world. But yeah, green flag running about to get underway for the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. They haven't started the formation lap just yet, so still a little bit to go until that point. If you see me looking over to the side of my screen, that's because I'm looking at the live feed, so I can kind of get an idea and some visuals of how things are going. I think the biggest question for me is, can BMW hold on to can BMW hold on to the win? That's the question. Yeah, so a lot to look forward to. Let's see here. Got a comment saying, hello, Jonah. Nice to catch up for the watch party. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate that. Many thanks. Can you only watch the driver POVs, or is there official broadcast? There is an official broadcast, but only if you live outside of the USA. If you live in the USA, you can't visit the official IMSA broadcast on the YouTube channel, at least. It really depends on, of course, where you are. Laura says, thank you. He's family and don't want to miss him. Oh, that's awesome. Really cool that you're supporting him, and great to hear that that you're a relative of his as well. So great. That's awesome. Yeah, so really excited to see Jensen in the car. Really excited to see Gradient Racing here. Ford Mustang here for the very first time at Long Beach. Of course, GTD Pro viewers is not here, so we won't be seeing those factory Multimatic entries. But we will be seeing the Ford Mustang out on track from Gradient Racing, that fabulous silver Ford. So keep an eye on that entry. It's going to be one that a lot of folks are going to be watching out for. Let's see. how things go. I'm just watching the live feed, making sure that everything's all good in terms of starting the race. We're going to be going underway in just a moment for the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. This is the 11th race in a row that we've had at Long Beach within the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. We've had consistent running of the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach Sports Car Edition since 2006 in the Grand Am Sports Car Challenge. Very fantastic race this is. And to be honest, this is one of the most entertaining IMSA races across the whole season. I gotta say, it is one of my favorites. It is one of the coolest events, and it's definitely tricky to win, that's for sure. So Formation Lap has got underway for the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. We're about to get underway. I'll let you all know once green flag running starts, and then we'll go with the flow. Colin asks, thoughts about the McLaren hypercar? Yeah, that's a really big storyline heading into this endurance race, or heading into this weekend of racing. I keep calling it an endurance race because I'm used to that. But yeah, for the folks that are unaware, McLaren just announced that they are entering the hypercar class, the WEC edition of GTP in 2027. They're going to be competing for overall victory at Le Mans and other WEC events. This is massive news. We've been waiting for this announcement for quite some time, and finally it's been made official. If you didn't see any details on the McLaren LMDH or McLaren hypercar announcement, check out my recent video, which I will post in the description down below once this live stream kind of gets done with. And you can find out all the details about the McLaren hypercar program. But honestly, really excited for that. It's a big deal, and yeah, I got a lot of thoughts on that. But for now, I'm going to switch gears to what we're talking about today, the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. So much excitement heading into this event. And usually, for me, when doing these live streams and when doing any sort of video, I usually kind of keep an optimistic view in terms of who I'm supporting. I usually say, like, I like to support everybody, and I still do. But today, I'm going to change it up a little bit because I really am supporting BMW M Team RLL. I really want to see those M Hybrid V8s get a big result. And I'm really hoping that things work out today for BMW. I think that they have strong pace. They've shown they have a competitive car, unlike the past, but this is going to be a big deal for BMW. Can they avoid drama? Can they avoid mistakes? Can they avoid anything like that and just keep it consistent, fight with the rest of the pack, and just survive? I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to know a little bit more information because we're about to get the cars down turn one. It's going to be Dries Vanthoor leading the field away, followed by Sheldon van der Linde in the second BMW. It's a BMW front row lockout here at Long Beach. Lexus on pole in GTD. Can they convert it to a win? Let's go racing here at the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach within IMSA. Great start by Dries Vanthoor. He leads the field away. The two BMWs maintain first and second position. Lexus maintains first in GTD. Pretty good start for the GTP class. Vanthoor continues to lead. No position changes thus far. The Porsche is going side by side. Oh, and the 7 pushes the teammate off the track, and the 93 Acura has now moved ahead. That was not good from the Porsche Penske duo as they made a little bit of contact, it seems, and the 93 Acura has slipped on by, so that's not good news for Porsche. Great news for Meyershank Racing as they move their car ahead into 4th position. That's the major change in terms of positions. The 31 Cadillac has moved up the order as well. I believe now it's in 7th, so that's really good news for Whelen Engineering and Action Express. A lot to look forward to till the end of this race. So far, pretty good for BMW right now. A little bit of a battle going on towards the back of the GTP field. We got Wayne Taylor Racing's number 10 entry trying to go side by side with the JDC Miller yellow Porsche. The yellow banana entry keeps ahead, so the Porsche stays ahead of the Cadillac for now. By the way, in terms of customer 963s, there are only 3 Porsches on the grid. Those are the 2 factory cars, which are currently in I believe, 3rd and 5th. And then there's also the yellow Porsche from JDC Miller Motorsports. That's a customer entry. Proton Competitions black and gold Porsche isn't here at all. So don't worry about that entry. It's not here. Neither is the Lamborghini SC63. Both those cars will return at the next endurance round of Watkins Glen. So, up at the front, the number 6 Porsche is challenging the 93 Acura. Vantor continues to lead the field. Very good start from those BMWs. They've looked strong all weekend. Over in GTD, a little change up at the front. The 12 Lexus continues to lead, but is the number 27 Heart of Racing Aston Martin. That's Tom Gamble, who's a Valkyrie hypercar driver in the WEC. He has moved into second ahead of the once second placed AO Racing Rexy Porsche. So a little bit of a change up at the front in GTD. Thankfully, no major incidents compared to maybe in the past. Back in 2023, I remember there was an incident involving the 60 Acura and Sebastian Bourdais' 01 Cadillac, that car going off the track onto the marbles, ending the day pretty much for both entries. But thankfully, no such things here. BMW continues to lead with a healthy gap to the rest of the entries. Still a long race to go, though. The number 6 Porsche, Mathieu Jaminet on board, is closing the number 93 Acura, which is in 4th. So Porsche trying to get back into 4th position and hold on to that wall that they had earlier on. But right now, Yellowlee's putting in a pretty strong performance right now. I believe that's Yellowlee aboard the 93. The 93, though, does have one headlight out. That's the right headlight of the 93 Acura that is out. Not sure why that's the case, but hey, it's just how it goes. Got some more comments in. Christopher says, "What's up, Jonah? Good news about McLaren Hypercar." Yes, this is major news. Really excited about this. I'm honestly really excited to see that car take to the track. I hope it comes over to IMSA as well. We have the Grand Prix of Long Beach, of course, happening now. Could we see McLaren join the field very soon? Genesis will be doing so in 2027. We know that for a fact. We don't know about Ford's LMDH. We don't know if that's coming over to North American racing besides the WEC event in America. I would hope so, and considering Ford's an American brand, I would expect that to be the case as well, but we'll see how it goes. So a little bit of a gap forming towards the end of the GTP field. It seems that the top 7 have kind of broken away from the rest of the field. Vanderhelm in the 85 JDC Miller Porsche is the next car. Then comes the 2 Wayne Taylor Racing Cadillacs. And finally, that Aston Martin Valkyrie with Ross Gunn aboard the 23 entry. Let's see here. Little bit of a contact moment between the 66 Ford and the 70 Inception Ferrari. Let's see what happened here. So, I'm just watching the replay here on the live feed. So it seems that the 66, I know you can't see that, but the 66, it seems like a little bit of contact at turn 11. No major damage or anything like that from what it seems. I'll let you all know if there's any implications from that in terms of like a safety car or some sort of damage to one of the entries. But right now it seems like Gradient Racing's Ford is okay, and it seems that the 70 Inception Ferrari is okay as well. So far, pretty good, pretty clean race, but I bet that's going to change. Long Beach is always chaotic. Up at the front, Dries Vanthoor and Sheldon van der Linde are doing exactly what BMW need them to do, and that's lead on a consistent basis. That's have a good gap to the rest of the field and continue to pull the gap and hopefully get the result. Right now, BMW are doing really well. Give me one moment. I forgot I have a second live stream going on, and I want to make sure I stop that because it's no longer needed. So I want to make sure that it's all good. I'm just going to comment on the stream real quickly on that second one and let everybody know that it's stopping. And I'm going to let everybody know that we're going to switch over everything to this one. Give me just a moment. I'm just going to say, race has begun. Please switch over to the watch party. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna give that second stream a little bit longer until we get under until we that comment that I just posted gets everybody to kind of switch over here. I want to make sure that I don't just abruptly end the second stream while people are having a conversation or something like that. I want to make sure everything's good. So in back to the race, the 24 BMW continues to lead. The number 12 Lexus continues to lead in GTD. So no change so far for the leading positions. Um, Actually, I'm going to post the link to the second live stream in the comments below of that second one if I can. Give me one moment. Just going to do that real quickly. Like I said, I don't want to like just I don't want to like completely, I don't know, stop the conversation. Okay. Just want to make sure everything's good. Oh, we got a comment coming in from homie GTV who says, I'm at the race. Really cool. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate that. Even though you're at the race. Where are you at? Are you, which part of the track are you at? I bet you have a nice view of whatever is going on. Really, really great to see that fans are tuning in from the racing. That's awesome to see. I know a lot of folks that are at this event right now. I've spoken to quite a few, and it's just awesome. You know, it's awesome to see that IMSA is gaining so much popularity. It's awesome to see that this race is gaining so much popularity. I hope that I can attend this event very soon as well in person. It's a great event. It's just really hard to to get out. IMSA official in the comments. Thank you so much. So shout out to formulajonah from Long Beach. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Major respect from me and IMSA. Thank you so much. Great to see that the support from the from IMSA themselves. Really appreciate that. Okay, so this race has been absolutely fantastic so far. We are just gonna get into we're coming down towards the hour mark. We've had a couple of minutes in. BMW continue to lead overall, looking really strong for M Team RLL. We are 1 hour and 30 minutes into this event, so about 10 minutes in, and still so much more to come. And homie says, I'm at the hairpin. Great spot. Honestly, amazing spot. Turn 11, that's that hairpin. That is like the best spot to be if you're at Long Beach. That is some chaos can happen there. A lot of big moves can happen there. And then you also have a good opportunity to see the checkered flag. So whoever comes across the line in first across the both classes, you'll be able to witness that. So for anybody that's going there, I definitely recommend from what I've heard. Ryan asks, Jonah, do you think Vanwall has a chance of being on the WEC grid in 2026? I have to say that I don't expect it, but there is a small possibility. You know, Vanwall, their project seems to be continuing. It just seems that it's like they can't find an opportunity, I guess, to get into the WEC as of right now. You know, I'd love to see Vanwall come over to IMSA, but I believe they don't have the ability to come over right now. But yeah, right now I don't see it happening, but I want to get some more information. I might be I'd like to contact the people at Vanwall and see kind of how where are things right now, you know, in terms of their program. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know how it turns out, but considering that Genesis is joining the WEC, McLaren and Ford as well, honestly, I don't see it happening right now. Okay, so as of right now, BMW, the BMWs are catching up to the GTD field, so we're starting to see a bit of that traffic come into play. Hopefully, this doesn't impact too much. We've seen it in the past. The two BMWs are very close together, but they're under pressure from Nick Tandy in the number 7 Porsche. So that car is chasing down the BMWs for the race lead. Right now, Vantor and Van der Linde are doing an impressive job to keep those cars ahead and just run a very consistent race. They've cleared the Conquest Racing Ferrari, so the top 3 have cleared the Ferrari. Further back, The 93 Acura is still in fourth ahead of Jamine. Great start from Nick Yololi. He got ahead of Jamine after it seems like a little bit of contact between the two Porsches. I need to look back at the replay and see exactly what happened. But yeah, so far, so good. Vanthoor and Sheldon van der Linde need to be wary of that number 7 Porsche, though. That car is flying with Nick Tandy behind the wheel. Porsche, of course, have won this event. BMW have never won this event before, but they have looked very strong. They finished second here in 2023, I believe, just to Porsche. Last year, they qualified in second position, had a very strong car during that event. And 2025, of course, has been a really, really good year so far for BMW. Tandy is getting really close to Sheldon van der Linde's number 25 BMW. This has actually allowed the second BMW, the race leading car, to extend the gap a little bit. But Sheldon van der Linde, I think that he's going to be talking with his team and talking about maybe trying to defend against the 7 and hold him back as long as he possibly can, because you can tell that Tandy is pushing. You can tell that Tandy is looking to get the lead here. For Porsche Penske Motorsport. But the thing is that BMW and M Team RRL have a really, really strong opportunity here to use both of their cars in a way that they haven't really had an opportunity to do so in the past. And what I'm implying here is that Vanthoor is leading, so this gives Sheldon van der Linde the ability to kind of act as a blockade in a way to the number 7. So the BMW should, in theory, the 25 car at least, should in theory hold up Tandy as long as he possibly can to allow Vanthoor to extend the gap. That's my theory of what's happening here, and then that's, I'm assuming, what BMW M Team RLL are doing as well. Thankfully for BMW, though, Nick Tandy in the number 7 Porsche has been held up a little bit by some traffic. That's the 78 Forte Lamborghini that's just ahead. That car has got out of the way, but that has allowed the BMW to start clearing the Porsche a little bit and give a suitable gap. Over in GTD, Parker Thompson, wow, what a gap he's pulling off, and what a performance right now. Vancer Sullivan Lexus have a 3.7 second gap to Tom Gamble in the 27 Heart of Racing Aston Martin. So the Lexus is showing really strong pace right now, especially in the hands of Parker Thompson. Thompson, of course, I believe won this event in the 89 car last year with, I believe, Ben Barnico, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure on the driver lineup of that car. I'm going off of memory here. Meanwhile, in GTP, a little bit of a battle going on right now for what is 4th position. The Porsche is right on the back of Nick Yololi. Yololi still has one of those headlights out. I wonder if that is, like, how it goes. I mean, we've seen this before with Cadillac, but the last time this happened in a prototype racing car was when Renger van de Zande had that headlight issue in Petit Le Mans at Road Atlanta. But I don't think there's cause for concern here. I don't think Yololi's going to pit. I don't think IMSA have given him the black and orange flag. I don't know if that's the case. Right now, the Porsche is right on the back of Yololi. I think he's going to be trying to go for a move here. He's got to watch out for the traffic, though. Ooh. Yololi's going to stay ahead just for now. And actually, this has helped the Porsche, the GT Porsche, has blockaded the Porsche Penske from getting past. So Yololi has put himself in a really good position right now. Christopher asks, how's the Aston GTP doing? Pretty well right now. It's staying with the rest of the field. I believe it is in 11th place in GTP. But remember, viewers, that Aston Martin Valkyrie is brand new to the championship. So it's going to take some time for that car to kind of get up to speed. I think it's about 2 or 3 tenths of a second. 2 to 3 seconds to the next car. So it's not too far behind. Problems for the 93 Acura. Little bit of contact with the number 6 at the hairpin gives the 93 a little bit of damage at the back of the car. So I don't know if they're going to have to come into the pit lane. I don't know. We'll see. It depends if the 93 has been given the opportunity to come in, or if this is something that can maintain for the rest of the race. We'll see. Just gonna get some water. Hold on. Okay, up at the front, BMW continues to lead. No change at the front. No change for fourth as of right now. The six stays behind the 93. Meyershank Racing's car, the 60 entry, the other Acura, is holding back Whelen Engineering's Cadillac. So that's another battle to keep an eye on. Stephen Jones says, first time watching your live stream. Love the channel. Keep up the good work. Really appreciate the support. I really do. Thank you so much. And welcome to the live stream. I'm going to try and do a live stream for at least one for every single IMSA and WEC event. Next week, of course, is Imola, the 6 hours of Imola, a great race, and that's gonna be awesome. So keep an eye on the channel for updates on the WEC event. Right now, we're focusing on IMSA for Long Beach. I know for a fact that I won't be able to live stream the Laguna Seca round. At least me. My live stream co-host David will be able to. Potentially, depending on how all that works out. The reason why is because even though that's my home event, I'll be at the track, so I can't really stream, because I'm gonna be in person at the event. Another comment coming in. Oh, more support. Thank you so much. Love your channel. Your channel has gotten me more into sports car endurance racing. Really appreciate that. Comments like these really help me to continue doing content here. They're I'm blown away by the support. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. That's from Kansi. So yeah, I'm just blown away. Thank you so much. Alrighty, so pretty good race so far here at the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. Still many more laps to come, but it has been an epic event. I think at the start of the weekend, we got a little bit of the fog that rolled in, so that's the normal ocean air. That was different from what we've had in the past. Right now, it's sunny skies in sunny California. I'm a couple hours north of Long Beach, and it's sunny as well. Funny enough, it was cloudy on the same day practice was happening, so similar weather, I guess. Pretty good gap between the two BMWs. Things are going good right now for Vantor. Dries Vantor, that is. His brother, Lawrence Vantor, is also in this race, but he's in the GT class with AO Racing's Rexy Porsche. So Dries Vantor has a 2.6-second gap, as you can see to the top right-hand side of your screen, to the 25 BMW. So that's Sheldon van der Linde. And hold on a second, I got a little bit of an onboard here with the 12 Lexus, and I saw that that piece of the 93's tail section was hanging off. That could be dangerous. I could see that car coming into the pit lane, but keep an eye on that 93 Acura. Currently, it is in fourth position, just ahead of Jaminet's Porsche. And yeah, things are going well right now for Porsche, but right now hold on a second, major crash. That's the 13 AWA Corvette. This is surely going to bring out our first caution of the day. That's the 13 Corvette into the wall. Ore Fadani behind the wheel. That is, I believe, at turn 7. So just coming into, what is that? On Pine Avenue. Oh, what happened here? Was it a spin, a mistake? Was it contact with another car? Reason why I'm glancing over is because I'm trying to see if Ore Fadani is okay. So I can't see if he's moving. I think he's moving inside the car, but this is surely going to cause our first caution. And I got us. Yep, there we go. IMSA has issued the caution. That is understandable. Yeah, but incident for the AWA. Let's see what happened here. Oh, seems contact was involved. Oh, oh man. The 78 Lamborghini and the 13 Corvette, they made contact. I wish I could show you all this. Oh, Ray Fadani has got the car moving again. Wow. So he's okay. Good to see. Is that car okay? How is that possible? No way. Is there suspension damage? It doesn't look like there's suspension damage. It just seems like the car went into the wall. So he was pushed into the wall by the 78 Lamborghini. That car's surely going to get a penalty for this because, yeah, it was, oh, this is not the 13's fault. You can tell it was an accident as well. It wasn't like a big deal. It wasn't like a, I don't know, some sort of major incident. It seems as though Array Fadani's got the car rolling again. So this might be a brief yellow flag or a brief caution period. But yeah, that's our first caution of the day, our first incident of the day. So the AWA Corvette into the wall. Um, it looked like from an angle it was kind of caved into the wall, like maybe there was going to be some suspension damage. But as it shows right now, Fadani's been able to get that car out of the wall, and the Corvette is still going. So things are going well right now in terms of AWA. I mean, they're not out of the race. That's what I'm trying to say. So hopefully they can get their car into the race or back into the race. They're definitely not going to win here unless there's some sort of crazy situation amongst the other 15 GTD entries. But yeah, not what you want to see from AWA's Corvette. Of course, that car won Daytona in GTD. It's in contention for the championship. This is not what they wanted, but I mean, hey, that's how it goes. Oh, sorry for the loud sound. That was me touching the table. Um, let's see here. AWA's car is not out, according to the, let's see, according to the data I'm getting. Yeah. Okay, so the AWA car is not out of the race right now. I can't see any visuals to tell if it's like completely moving. I'm just going off of data right now. Let's see here. Okay, so I can't see exactly what's going on. BMW continues to lead. Also, by the way, viewers, keep an eye out throughout this race. Strategy is incredibly key to this event. Now, typically what we've seen in the past is that one mandatory stop is good enough for the GTP cars to get to the end. Now, the thing is that in the past, a different strategy call could win you the race. So in the last two races, the only races we've had in the GTP era, by the way. Oh, and we have some pit stops. So the 24 is in, the 85, so that's the race leader into the pits. A lot of GTP cars in the pits. Oh, we just skipped it. Did the Porsche get ahead of the BMW? Oh my goodness. I think the Porsche got ahead of the BMW. I'll come back to what I was saying in just a moment. Let's see what happened. Oh my goodness. A shift in positions. The two Porsches have got ahead of the 24 BMW. Is that because they didn't take tires? The 93 has also got ahead. So the 24s dropped behind the Porsches and the Acuras. It was either a mistake on the pits or it was a different strategy call. I'm leaning towards the second option because I'm thinking that the 24 probably did take tires where the other three entries didn't. But I want to see exactly what happened. We missed it because we were on commercial break. So the 25 car moves to the lead of the race. Where is that car? What's going to happen with that entry? That's what I'm interested about. The 60 Acura has moved into second, I believe. So I want to see a replay of the stop. It seems as though it wasn't a mistake. It seems like it was a strategy call. But what are BMW doing here if this is a strategy call? Now, my guess is that if they didn't take tires, and please, if someone knows the answer to this strategy call from BMW or strategy call from any of the teams, please let me know in the comments. That would be really helpful. If Vantor pit the car, oh wait, is Vantor in the car actually? Did they do a driver change as well? I would assume they would. I mean, if this is the only stop of the day, unless there's a second stop planned, it is quite early for a pit stop right now. I mean, of course they pit during the yellows. I'm kind of confused on this whole situation, but it seems as though the BMW it did take tires, and it seems they had a longer pit stop from some sort of strategy call here. Will the 25 pit? It seems not. The 60 Acura has also stayed out. So this is where it really changes, is the strategy. I mean, I don't want to say that BMW didn't work out for them, but I think that right now it's not looking good for the 24 unless there's some sort of strategy call that I'm missing here. I'm kind of just speculating on this whole situation. So the 25 has stayed out. That car will lead this race once caution gets underway. A very mixed strategy here in Long Beach. And this is what is so interesting about Long Beach is that compared to other races, one pit stop is very important. You know, whatever they decide, it is super important to what you wins you the race. The last two events here, and this is what I wanted to say earlier, the leader or the winner didn't take tires. So Porsche Penske's number 6 car got ahead of, I think it was the '01 Cadillac or no, it wasn't the '01. I think it was an Acura. I think it was the 10 Acura. I can't remember exactly what happened in 2023. So anyway, the 6 Porsche didn't take tires, eventually won the race. Of course, that was kind of down to the 10 Acura having their drama. Oh, and the 25 and the 60 Acura have come into the pit lane. What happened here? So a late strategy call, a mistake, maybe this is planned. So they're coming into the pit lane. It seems as though it's either late or they missed the pits. Okay, so a driver change for the 25 BMW. That's Sheldon van der Linde getting out, and that's Marco Witzman coming in to the 25. So this should be the only driver change of the day. Switch also at Meyershank Racing. I believe that is... who's getting out? I think that was Tom Blomqvist getting out, and Colin Braun is now getting in. 24's got ahead. No tires for the Acura, and I believe no tires from the BMW either. So interesting to see that. There could be a second pit stop on the line here for some of these entries. The question is, where did they come out? So the 25 and the 60 exit the pit lane. Right now, they have no other cars around them. I don't have any data to show like where they are on track. It seems as though the 7 is leading away the field now, with the 6 in second. And then it's going to come the 93 Acura, once that car comes around. Yes, there it is. The 24 BMW, then the 31 Whelen Cadillac, and then should come... Yep, there we go. Okay, the JDC Miller Porsche is next in the line. So, okay, there we go. It's updated. So the 7 Porsche leads us away, followed by the 6, the 93 Acura is in third, then comes the 24 BMW, then comes the number 31 Whelen Cadillac, and completing the top 6 is the 85 JDC Miller Porsche. So what happened with BMW and Acura? I don't understand what happened. It seems as though there's a strategy call here, but BMW have lost the lead. That's what happened. Porsche Penske lead 1-2. Is it going to be another double podium, a double 1-2 for Porsche Penske? If it is, I'm just going to be stunned. You know, considering how competitive IMSA is, this just proves how successful and how competitive and how consistent Porsche Penske Motorsport are. But long race to go. I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. BMW seems as though they went for a different strategy call. This has worked out for the 93 Acura. Oh, hold on a second. A little bit of a switch here. What happened? Oh no, I'm sorry. It wasn't a switch. It was just a switch of the driver names. So we now know exactly who's in what car. So the 7 has Felipe Nasr in the car. I believe Matt Campbell is in the number 6. Van de Zande is now in the 93 Acura. The 24 is, I believe, Philippine, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Philippine is now in the 24. Earl Bamber in the 31 Whelen Cadillac. And then it's Jean-Marie Bruni, former Minardi F1 driver, in the JDC Miller Motorsports Porsche. So those are the top 6 right now, it seems. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Switch of the... Some switching positions. What happened? So the 93 Acura has switched. I don't have the data right now. I'm only going off of the data. I'm not going off of visuals right now. What happened to the 93? It shows that the car has moved down the order. Did it pit? Did something happen to the 93? The 24 BMW has moved into third ahead of the car. Maybe it's a glitch because it shows the 93 is in third. Dries Vanthoor, by the way, has stayed in the BMW. So that's interesting, if I'm not mistaken. Unless they haven't updated the graphic here. Okay, green flag here in Long Beach. Once again, Porsche Penske, brilliant start from them. Van de Zande is into the pits, so that's what's going on here. So Van de Zande is in the pits for the 93 Acura. So Porsche leads us away. Then comes the BMW. Did the 93 get a penalty or something? What happened there? Or is it just... coming in for a fix of the back end, and or maybe a change. It seems as though it's the back end, but it could be a penalty as well. I'm kind of delayed on my data here, to be honest. Okay, how about the front? Felipe Nasr leads us away for Porsche Penske Motorsport. Matt Campbell right behind in the number 6 sister Porsche. Philip Ing is on board the number 24 BMW, so that has changed. There is a switch at BMW. And yes, just to confirm, the 93 is in for a tail section change. So that's why that car came into the pit lane. Devastating for the 93, as considering it just came into the pits. But yeah, that car is definitely it's kind of out of contention, I gotta say, unless there's some sort of safety car or some sort of yellow. Right now, though, Porsche Penske lead 1-2. Pretty good start from them. Whelen Engineering's Cadillac is in fourth, so very good start from them. By the way, the Aston Martin Valkyrie is up to 8th position, so that's the 23 car. Right now, we don't have a lot of data of exactly what happens in terms of where all the strategies are. The 93 comes out into the GTP field, but it's lapped. We have a comment coming in from Mohammed who says, GT World Challenge Europe 6 hours of Paul Ricard is nearing its conclusion as of right now. Plus, June will be a 24-hour triple header from Le Mans, Nürburgring, and Spa. Yes, it will be a very exciting time in June and a very busy time as well, if I'm not mistaken. I have heard about the GT World Challenge Europe race in Le Castellet, France. That event is going pretty well right now from what I've heard. I don't cover it here on this channel, unfortunately. I wish I could, but too much to do, I gotta say. And right now, IMSA takes my priority for content. But I am keeping an eye on the GT World Challenge Europe series, and definitely excited to see how that turns out. In GTD, there are no changes to the top 3 positions. Actually, no changes to the top 5 positions. Parker Thompson continues to lead in the number 12 Lexus. I don't think there's been any commotion when it comes to the pit lane of GT Daytona. Only GTP so far. Right now, the Porsches are dominating. But I don't know what's going on. Is BMW... There must be some sort of strategy call, or there was a mistake. I need confirmation on that. It seems as though the Porsches have just got a very good opportunity here. Or Philippine took tires, and the 24 BMW is struggling to warm up those tires, which would make perfect sense as to what's going on right now. Because the Porsches warm tires, going well right now. We know those cars didn't pit for tires. So what happened here? Right now, the Porsches are running really strong, though. Gotta say, it's been a very, very strong start to the season in IMSA. We knew that 2024 was strong, but man, when Porsche Penske showed up to 2025, they looked determined, and rightly so. You know, they've won the first 2 events of IMSA, the biggest endurance races of IMSA. They're now leading 1-2 with some of the most competitive drivers in their lineup. It is just amazing to see how competitive they have been. And it's in true Porsche fashion. This is exactly what's happening. Now they just need a big result in the WEC. But right now, it's going pretty well for Porsche, going pretty well for BMW. GT traffic is into the pit lane meanwhile. Let's take a look to GTD. So switching gears, the top 3 are not pitting as of right now. The first car of that leaderboard that is pitting, I believe, is the 96 Turner Motorsports BMW. So a different strategy call. So Robert Wickens is coming into the pits. He's going to hand things over to Tommy Milner. Let's keep an eye on this strategy call. This is the first pit stop for Robert Wickens in an IMSA WeatherTech sports car race. Great to see that that's all worked out really well. Man, wow. They did that. They did that so fast. Tommy Milner's already in the car. That was brilliant. And he's already away. Wow, that was... I am impressed by that. DXDT Racing, fantastic job. Fantastic job from both drivers as well. Robert Wickens and Tommy Milner. That was fantastic. Awesome work. Parker Thompson continues to lead for Vassar Sullivan Racing and Lexus. He's coming into the pit lane though. And we're going to see Tom Gamble and I'm assuming Johnny Edgar into the pits as well. So AO Racing, Heart of Racing, and Vassar Sullivan Racing, the top three, into the pits. Getting ready for a driver swap. So Parker Thompson is going to hand things over to Jack Hawksworth, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I want to point out here that the only Thompson has come into the pit lane. Gamble and Edgar have not. So that's an interesting strategy call. The second Lexus hasn't come into the pits either. That's Frankie Montecavo in the 89. Jensen Altzman, who we were talking about earlier, is now up to 5th in the Ford Mustang. Great to see him up there doing quite well. Let's see here. Where is Thompson? Seth Lucas is also in the pits for the 32 Korthoff Competition Motors entry. Good stop. So Thompson has climbed out. Hawksworth has climbed into the RCF GT3. By the way, this is the last race at Long Beach and IMSA for Vassar Sullivan's Lexus. The last time we're going to see this RCF GT3 on track if things go the way they are right now. That was a neat... that was a neat swap. So the Lexus has come right into the middle of this GTP pack. The Heart of Racing Aston Martin gets ahead. The 25 BMW is also going to get ahead. That's Marco Wittmann behind the wheel of the BMW, chasing down that brand new Le Mans hypercar from Aston Martin. Jensen Altzman will take over the lead in the 66 Ford Mustang for Gradient Racing. So far going really well for Ford. They haven't pit yet, so they are going to come into the pit lane quite soon. Pretty good start for Rexy, the AO Racing Porsche. And by the way, we are ticking down to 1 hour left of this sports car sprint race here in IMSA. Still a long ways to go. The only incident that we've had is the AWA Corvette having a moment with the 78 Lamborghini from Forte Racing. That's been the major storyline so far in terms of any incidents. Strategy has proved to be a major thing here. It's completely shaked up the order. Nazar continues to lead for Porsche Penske Motorsport. Philippines BMW is still in 3rd. So I don't know what BMW are going to do here in terms of how this is going to go. Are they going to challenge those Porsches? I still don't know exactly what's going on. Did they pit and take a different strategy? It seems as though that's the case, or they didn't do they had a mistake. I don't know what happened here. The brothers Ricky Taylor and Jordan Taylor are also on board the 2 Wayne Taylor Racing Cadillacs. They are in 6th and 7th, so pretty good right now. JDC Miller Motorsports having a pretty strong race with their Porsche 963. They're the only customer on the grid with a 963. Actually, they're the only customer car on the grid in GTP, as all the other entries are basically factory entries. A comment coming in that says Mr. Waffles. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Waffles. Okay. Oh, Mr. Waffles. Oh, I didn't see that. I stepped away during the yellow. Did the Porsches pit? What happened to the Acura? So I'm still trying to figure out kind of this whole strategy game here because it is a little confusing to me, to be honest. The Porsches did pit. The 93 Acura has moved down the order because it pit for a second time because it needed to come into the pits to change the tail section of the car. So that's why that entry is down the order. That car right now not going good for the 93. The Porsches have pit. I'm still trying to understand if they pit for a different strategy compared to the BMWs, because either it didn't work out for the BMWs or something major happened. I don't know. I don't know what really happened with the BMWs right now because they've moved down the order. It seems to be some sort of strategy call. Wittmann, I have no idea what happened there because the number 25 BMW is down to 9th from 2nd. So BMW have lost the lead here. But it seems as though this is all strategy based. It seems that's the case. I need to look into this and see exactly what happened. So, up at the front in GTD, it's Rexy, the AO Racing Porsche. Johnny Edgar, who's an ELMS champion for the team, is now on board the 177 Porsche. He continues to lead without pitting, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. Aaron Tielet's on board the 89 Lexus. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. A mistake. That's a mistake for me. Johnny Edgar has pit, so he has moved ahead of the Lexus. The two Lexus cars are in second and third. Hawksworth is down to third. His teammate Aaron Tieletz in the 89 Lexus is in second. Ooh, we're seeing a little bit of a moment here in the GTD field. A little bit of contact made between the Tommy Milner's DXDT Corvette and the Ford. So two American cars jostling for position there. Hold on a second. Johnny Edgar, I think he pitted. This is really confusing. So Johnny Edgar must have pit because he's in first now. But the interesting thing is that they didn't do a driver swap then. I don't know. I need to get more information on that. Ryan Gamer says, I hope that the Valkyrie takes the checkered flag to have more results in their debut. I also hope that they also fight for the lead. I want to see them be competitive on the tracks. I agreed. I agree. So the Aston Martin so far going pretty well in the points right now. In the top 10, I mean. I'd also love it to see to. I love also love to. See, I can't speak. I also would love to see that car finish in the points. Same goes for the next events that they finish at. It's been a very good start of the season for Heart of Racing. They made their debut at the 12 Hours of Sebring and finished that event in the points. It went really well. I think they finished in ninth in that race. And yeah, they've been doing pretty well. I gotta say, for a car that's made its IMSA debut just one race ago at a completely different track, a completely different race, that's really impressive. Gotta say, it's been really, really great stuff from Heart of Racing and Aston Martin. Okay, up at the front in GTP, it's the number 7 Porsche Penske that continues to lead. Very good start for Porsche Penske to this race. GTD continues to be led by Porsche as well. Rexy, the AO Racing entry, is out in front with Johnny Edgar behind the wheel. As I mentioned, he is an ELMS champion for the team, one with Robert Kubica, and I believe it was Louis Delatraz, who's also on the grid today in the Cadillac. They won that ELMS title in 2024 for the AO Racing by TF Sport LMP2 entry after an impressive season for the 14 car. Back to IMSA though, that's another championship. ELMS, another series that you should definitely check out if you haven't already, by the way. But yeah, I want to get back to IMSA here. Also, I completely forgot to mention, but if you notice my hat, I'm supporting Porsche Penske Motorsport, and maybe it's good luck because they're now first and second. Hopefully, this didn't curse the BMWs or any of the other entries, like the Acura number 93 entry. But we'll see. Is this a good luck? Should I wear this hat every time and hope and that way Porsche Penske wins? If I wear a BMW hat next time, will BMW win? Or vice versa with Cadillac, Aston, or Acura? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, thank you so much for your support. As always, viewers, really appreciate this. Like I said before, this is the first ever time that we're doing a live stream for the entire race. I'm going to do this again for the Detroit Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Like I said, I probably can't do one of these for Laguna Seca because I'll be at the track. But I'd like to try and still get it. I still get one of these streams, but it probably won't be me streaming. It'll probably be my live stream co-host David, who will be back with us for Imola next week. He's going to be covering the Imola race more than I am because the WEC races are very early in the morning. I think Imola starts at 3 a.m. in the morning. So the watch party, I think it's going to be the first time that I won't be there at least. But we'll see. I want to expand and make sure we get all the content. Make sure no matter if it's me, no matter if it's David, no matter if it's somebody else, I want to make sure that we're We're getting every single bit of racing when it comes to live streams, when it comes to action out on track. We're also planning for some more content live stream wise for the 24 hours of Le Mans. I wanted to stream the entire race, but it's 24 hours. Obviously, it will have to be some sort of shifts or something like that, but we got some exciting things planned. Last year, we did 2 streams, which was a big deal. This year, we're going to do even more, and it's going to be epic. It's going to be really, really cool. Back to this event, though. We got about 53 minutes left of the Grand Prix of Long Beach in 2025. Porsche Penske Motorsport takes over the lead from BMW M Team RLL. There's about a 2.5 second gap between the two 963s, the two factory ones, that is. And then a further couple of seconds back is the 24 BMW with Austrian racer Philipp Eng behind the wheel. Completing the top 5 is the 31 Whelen Engineering Cadillac and the number 85 JDC Miller Porsche. So, the 25 BMW has moved ahead of the Aston Martin. The number 60 Meyershank Racing Acura is in 10th. This is not a good day for Acura, by the way. They started 5th and 6th in this race. The 93 had to pit for a second time due to the tail section having issues after contact with the 6. That car is a lap behind. And the sister entry, the number 60, has looked not as competitive as the 93 and is in last place in this order, at least. So Acura running 10th and 11th at their home race. So not a good event right now for Acura, but hopefully it turns out to be better. I want to see them win this event. They've never been able to do that. They're based I think just a few minutes away from Long Beach. I believe Acura's headquarters is in Torrance, LA, like in the LA area. It's in Torrance, California. And this is, of course, the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, sponsored by Acura, of course. So they need a big result. It would be really cool. The last time they were on the podium here was, I believe, in 2019 with Team Penske. And that was I can't remember which entry it was. They finished 2nd and 3rd in that race, just behind the winning number 5 Action Express Racing Mustang Sampling Cadillac, DPI, that is. But yeah, they haven't been on the podium since then. They were close to the win. They were close to the podium in 2023 if it wasn't for the crash with Ricky Taylor in the number 10 Acura. But yeah, it hasn't been a good last few years for Acura at their home track, if you will. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Actually, it hasn't really been a good last couple of years for Acura in general in California, or in the California races, I mean. The Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach has been a very successful venue for Porsche and Cadillac, and somewhat BMW even, but not for Acura. Laguna Seca, it hasn't really been a great couple of races for them. I know from watching the entries, they were quick, but they weren't as quick compared to the Porsches or the Cadillacs in 2024, and same with 2023. Back in the DPI era, Acura was winning at Laguna Seca. I think the last time was 2021, but yeah, since they haven't really taken victory in California. I believe that was actually their last win, was Laguna Seca in 2021 with the Wayne Taylor Racing Acura, but we'll see. Anywho, back up to GTP. Felipe Nasr continues to lead. No change at the very front of the field. So far, it's been a very, very awesome race. Got a comment coming in. Says, has Acura taken a Joker at all? Might be time to look into that. I believe that they haven't taken a Joker yet. I know Porsche has, and I know BMW has. I think Cadillac did as well. I don't think Acura has, to be honest, but I could be wrong on that. Oh dear. Traffic impacting the two Porsches here. Number 6 car is held up behind. That's caught up the BMW. That's allowed the BMW to get right in the mix here, so this has really not helped the number 6 entry. Philipp Eng is now right on the back of the number 6 Porsche. Oh my goodness. Don't crash. Don't crash. Philipp Eng gets past as well. Oh my goodness. Don't crash. Actually, he doesn't get past. This is intense racing. The Porsche has got ahead of the two GTD cars, which were battling, I believe, for sixth position. And the BMW is now stuck behind. If Philippine got past, he would have been right on the back of Campbell. The two Cadillacs, I believe, have swapped positions. Ricky Taylor up to sixth ahead of his brother, Jordan Taylor. Watch out for the Wheelan Engineering Cadillac as well. That entry is right in the hunt as well for the win, or at least a podium. After starting at the back of the field, this would be major news for Cadillac. Throughout this season in GTP, it has only been Porsche and Acura on the podium. Cadillac, BMW, Aston Martin, of course, have only competed in one event, and Lamborghini have only secured they've never secured a podium. That's what I'm trying to say. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. 47 minutes to go of the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach in 2025. Porsche Penske Motorsport continues to lead overall in GTP. In GTD, it's Johnny Edgar in the AO Racing Rexy Porsche that is leading in the secondary class today. Jack Hawksworth and Aaron Telitz, though, are right behind, looking for Vassar Sullivan Racing's third in a row win here at Long Beach. They won in 2023, they won in 2024, and they could win here in 2025 as well. It's going to be epic to see what happens throughout the rest of this race. It has been a fantastic live stream so far. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate everybody being here, no matter if you're just tuning in for a split second or staying with us for the entire event. It has just been awesome. Okay, so it's currently 3 p.m. local time, exactly. Just got a few more minutes left, about 40 or so minutes to go of the sports car sprint race, depending on exactly how much time is left, of course. And yeah, a lot to look forward to here at Long Beach. By the way, tomorrow, for any motorsport fans out there, catch the IndyCar event at Long Beach. I won't be streaming, of course. I only cover IMSA when it comes to North American endurance races or sports car races, depending how they are. But the IndyCar event is also cool. You know, I'm gonna be definitely watching that race, even though I don't cover it. I still watch IndyCar. I still go to the IndyCar races in person when I get the opportunity. And as a motorsport fan, I'm gonna be tuning in. So I highly recommend checking out that race as well. It's always entertaining, and honestly, I'm just kind of curious to see if Alex Palou can take a third win in a row and dominate like Porsche and IMSA. We'll see. I don't know. Oh, bad news. Bad news. The number 85 JDC Miller Porsche is gone off track. There's a spin or something like that. What happened there? The 85 car. That car was running in 6th. Oh no. So first major incident, I guess, in terms of GTP entries. The 93 Acura had a little bit of contact with the 6 Porsche, which resulted in it going down the order. But this is more of an incident, I guess. Okay. Porsche continues to lead in GTP. The 25 BMW is now moved into 6th ahead of the JDC Miller Motorsports Porsche. So BMW back into the top 6 positions. Kind of curious to see where this kind of goes for BMW. Actually, that car's got ahead of the 40 entry as well. So 25 doing really well. I'm kind of curious to see what's going on here, because obviously BMW have a fast car. Their main competition is Porsche. Do BMW have the fastest car? I mean, arguably yes, but it really depends on everything. So the 85 Porsche has got an issue. What happened here? I'm seeing a replay of what happened. So, contact. Oh, that's almost a replica of what happened last year for the JDC Miller Porsche. That car has weirdly stayed out. What? It has no back wing, and it has stayed out. Why is that the case? So the yellow flags are back out on track for the incident. It was contact with the Heart of Racing Aston Martin, which I believe is in 4th in GTD, something like that. that car has not come into the. Oh, I know why. The pit lane is closed. I think the pit lane's closed. I can't tell though. So the 85 JDC Miller Porsche, it's continuing on, thankfully, but that car's oh my goodness. That car's debris is on the track. That's why they've called out the caution. So what happened was the JDC Miller Porsche was going into a turn, and the Heart of Racing car kind of like hit it in some way, um, and so the 85 car spun into the wall. Now, to be honest, this is very similar to what happened to this exact car last year with the GTP Acura. The Acura hit the 85 and sent it into the wall. Richard Westbrook was on board that car at the time. So weird coincidence, I guess that's the same car at the same corner at the same track. Um, but yeah, that's how it goes. So the 85 will come into the pit lane. Hopefully, it can not lose so much time and still be in the race. But yeah, this is not good news for JDC Miller Motorsports. They had a pretty competitive car. If it wasn't for the Heart of Racing Aston careering it into the wall. But yeah, so the yellow flag has been brought out on track. There's a safety car, I believe, and that has bunched up the field once again. Love to see more action in IMSA. This is going to give us a really good opportunity for cars like the BMW, the 31 Cadillac to get involved in the win with the Porsches. Yeah, just really exciting stuff here in IMSA. A lot more action to come from the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. Stay with us till the end of this race, especially until we get green flags underway. We currently have yellow flags out on track. That's due to the JDC Miller Motorsports car heading into the wall due to the 27 Heart of Racing Aston Martin, in case you missed that. And yeah, still a long way to go, though. We have a very exciting race on our hands here. So I'm curious to see if Porsche Penske can continue to hold on to the lead. I think they can. They have pretty much exactly what BMW had at the start of this race. They can use the number 6 car to kind of block the 24. The situation is now reversed. So it once was the 2 BMWs out on front. Now it is the 2 Porsches out on front defending against the BMW. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. BMW need both of their cars up there. I think that this would be really good if they can move the 25 car at least ahead of the 10, which is in 5th position right now. And it's really all on the 24 car. Things didn't work out, it seems, on the strategy. That's what I can kind of take from all this. It seems that they kind of lost the lead to Porsche, unless I still don't have confirmation on what exactly happened. It seems as though BMW took tires, or they just had a slow stop. If so, that's another mistake for what was turning out to be a really good race. But I don't know. Still a long race to go. BMW still in the fight for the win. They have a really good opportunity to win this race. Just not as good as the start, because they have those 2 Porsche Penskes, which have become formidable across this season so far. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so long way to go still. It's a sprint race to the finish, though. A lot can happen. We've seen it in the past. I bet there's going to be another caution period. I'm honestly so confident in that happen, because Long Beach is always chaotic. There's always things that happen. You know, it's an interesting event for sure. It's always awesome to stream and to comment and just to watch the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. This event is just epic every single year we come here, and it's going to continue to be so. After Long Beach, we have the Motul Corse de Monterrey event of Laguna Seca. That's going to be an epic race. Cannot wait for that. That's honestly the highlight of the year for me, because I get to go to that event. Right now, though, we're focusing on the event in Southern California and not so much in Central California. Aston Martin's Valkyrie hypercar is continuing to run in this race very well. It is in the top 10 It is, I believe, ahead of the 93 Acura, and now I believe ahead of the JDC Miller Motorsports Porsche too. So I don't have the exact graphic, but I believe it is in ninth place. Actually, it's in 10th place. Sorry, it's in eighth place because the 60 Acura is is down there as well. I would say one more lap of this yellow flag, and then we're going to get racing. We have 38 minutes to go in the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. So much excitement to come from this event. I think it's going to be an epic race. AO Racing looking to take back-to-back victories. In IMSA, they won the 12 Hours of Sebring in GTD Pro. They're now looking to win the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach in GTD. Okay, so we have the safety car still out on track for the second time today, if I'm not mistaken. The cars are heading into the fountain section, and the number 7 Porsche Penske is going to lead this field to green, followed by the 6 Porsche. BMW in the fight, Cadillac in the fight, Acura and Aston Martin towards the back of the field. They are technically in the fight, but right now it's not looking good. But we'll see. The JDC Miller Porsche is back out on track. I believe it is in 10th, so it's still in the fight. From my understanding, it is not lapped, so it's there. It still has an opportunity to get some good points. And yeah, that's good to see. Let me get some water. Hold on a second. By the way, in case you're all wondering, usually I put out a race preview for each of the events. For this IMSA race, I did not. There are a couple of factors why, one of which was because of the McLaren news. I couldn't really make a preview, but yeah, I'll definitely be back making previews again for the next one. Okay, here we go. Viewers, stay with us till the green flag. We got an epic race coming your way for 36 minutes straight. The number 7 Porsche, Felipe Nasr, leads the field to green for the I think the first time this race, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty good start from the 2 Porsches, very good start from the BMW, very good start from the Cadillacs as well. It seems as though not many moves as of yet in the GTP field. GTD, there seems to be a move for what is, I believe, 6th position. That's Mercedes, the number 32, trying to get ahead. And there we go. Move for what is 5th position right now in GTP. That's the 25 BMW. Marco Wittmann showing that BMW have a very strong car here. That M Hybrid V8 moves ahead of Ricky Taylor's Cadillac and into 5th position. Really good stuff from Marco Wittmann in the BMW, and he's got to catch up and get into the fight for the win as well with the 2nd BMW. Speaking of that 2nd car, the 24 entry, Philippine, 1.4 seconds behind the number 7 Porsche Penske Motorsport entry. It is on the back of the 6, but those 3 entries, they need to watch out for the Whelen Cadillac, which is in 4th position. So keep an eye on that V Series R, the red one that is. That entry is in the fight for the win. It's got a really good chance of taking a podium here, and taking back-to-back podiums as well. Action Express Racing, the operator of that 31 Whelen car, they are the most successful team in GTP across the season. They got 2nd last time out to the Chip Ganassi Cadillac. They've won multiple times in the DPI era. And yeah, they have a very good chance of winning again, this time in the GTP era. This would be their first win in GTP since the 12 Hours of Sebring 2 years ago in 2023. So yeah, just a long way to go of this race still. Even though it's 34 minutes, it seems like it's a short while, but there are some moments to come, I expect. Ooh, a little bit of contact between the GTD cars. That's the 36 Corvette and the 32 Mercedes, making a little bit of contact. No damage, it seems, for either entry, though, so that's good news. Up at the front in GTD, Johnny Edgar, I believe. I think that's Johnny Edgar. He's on board the 177 Porsche, right ahead of those 2 Vassar Sullivan Lexus entries. Then comes the 96 Turner Motorsports BMW with the Sebring winning Windward Racing Mercedes, completing the top 5 thus far in GTD. Right now it's looking really well. Also, I want to mention as well that I believe the 34 Conquest Racing Ferrari is out of this race. It retired quite a few laps ago, like 20 or so laps ago, or something like that. That car is down in the order. I believe it's out of the race. So it started fourth, and that Conquest Racing machine was looking really, really strong, but it didn't work out. Up at the front, BMW puts pressure on Porsche for the win with the Whelen Cadillac in fourth position. It's a four-way fight for the win with Marco Wittmann's BMW not too far behind either at the Grand Prix of Long Beach here in the LA area in Southern California. Round 3 of the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship continues, and we got a lot more racing to come here in IMSA. It's been an epic season so far. Porsche Penske going for 3 in a row. Can they do it? We'll see. They have a good opportunity of doing it. This would be their first win at Long Beach since 2023 when the number 6 car won with Mathieu Jaminet and Nick Tandy. That was, of course, the 963's first ever win in endurance racing competition at all. In both IMSA, WEC, and we'll see if they can do it again. Oh, okay. It's been an amazing race, and I'm just so happy to have all the support from all of you. I'm really really happy to have the support from IMSA themselves as well. It has been great to see that, and great to see all of you in the chat here in the live stream visiting. Whether you're just come in for a split second, whether you come in through the whole stream, or at points or whatever, it means a lot. Each and every one of you do, and so yeah, a lot more to come. I will try my best to get out my Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach race review at the beginning of the week, the next week that is. I want to make sure I get that done because I got to start working on the Imola content. There's a lot to talk about in terms of the WEC's second round of the season. And then after that, we have another WEC event, the 6 Hours of Spa, which is on the same weekend as the Motul Corse de Monterey at Laguna Seca. That's going to be a very, very exciting weekend. A stressful one at that because there's just so much content to cover. But yeah, it's going to be good. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. What happened to the leaderboard? Give me one moment. I want to try and figure that out. Where is it? Just like reset or something. There we go. Okay. Just gotta get all the entries there so we can see. Oh, that's why. It completely like glitched or something. I don't know how that happened. It's just something glitched. I'm not really sure what happened there. That's why it went off. Because it shows that 3 entries are off the track. Oh well though. That will fix in just a moment. There we go. It's fixed now. It's back up. Actually, let me quickly fix that a little bit more so you can see 6th position as well, because it only shows half of 6th. And I'd like to get all of 6th if I can. There we go. Okay. That's much better. Okay, so we are just about 30 minutes to go for the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. Porsche Penske continues to lead this field in the IMSA GTP category. Porsche is also leading in GTD. It's been a very good race for both the entries in GTD and in GTP. So far, it seems that Lawrence Vantor, is in first in GTD. He's under pressure, though, from Jack Hawksworth in the 12 Lexus. So this is a very, very intense battle here for GTD. Vassar Sullivan Racing, as I mentioned earlier, are going for their 3rd straight win of the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, but Rexy is going for his 1st. So it seems as though the Porsches have the strongest pace right now. There's a really good battle going on towards the back of the field in GTP, by the way. The BMW, the 24 car, is in the fight. It seems that they're going to be getting at least a podium here, but we'll see how it goes. Roman DeAngelis on board the 23 Heart of Racing Aston Martin in the fight here in eighth place, looking to get past Jordan Taylor's 40 Acura and get into seventh here. Aston Martin in the fight here. It's not like this car is struggling to keep up with the other entries. It's in the fight. It's there. It's right in the battle here. Let's see how it goes. JDC Miller's Porsche is also in this fight. So it's a four-way battle for what is seventh place at the moment. Then comes the number 10 Wayne Taylor Racing Cadillac a little further up the field. And then the top five, which includes the two Porsches, the two BMWs, and the 31 Whelen Cadillac, which is in fourth at the moment. Okay, 28 minutes to go of the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. It's been an epic race. Let's see how it ends. It's going to be pretty spectacular, I bet. Oh my goodness. Colin Braun is also in this fight for what is seventh place at the moment. So the Acura trying to get in the fight. They need some points to try and stay within the fight for the top three positions, or at least the championship against the Porsches. Because BMW are going to leapfrog them for sure. So Porsche has the two Porsches are out in front, and then it's about a 2 second gap to the 24 BMW. My bet is on Porsche. I mean, honestly, it is. I did not. I mean, I expected Porsche Penske to have probably the fastest car, but I did not expect them to be 1-2 with a few minutes to go of this Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. It has been the most brilliant start to a season I have seen in sports car racing for any team in such a competitive championship as IMSA. It has been insane. I've never experienced anything like this before in IMSA. And it's just great to show that Porsche Penske are this competitive and this reliable and consistent. But it's still a long race to go. BMW are chasing down those Porsches. Philippine is on board the 24 car, and in the fight, they're going to catch GT traffic as well. So there's a lot to keep in mind for sure. Okay, I was watching the battle. So it seems as though the Whelen Cadillac has kind of dropped away from the top three. The battle for the win is mainly between the two Porsche Penske and the one BMW. Got a comment from Mohammed who asks, "How's Sean Galale? Wait, hold on. How's Sean Galale doing in WEC? Because Indonesian fans, besides YouTube live chat and local news, are very much unaware of this. Sean Galale has actually been doing really well. So he's in the McLaren, I believe the 95 United Autosports car. He grabbed pole position at what is it? At the first race, the 6 hours. Sorry, the Qatar 1812 kilometer. He grabbed pole position. And he's been showing some really good pace so far, really consistent on strategies. Considering that he's only been with the team for one race as a McLaren driver for the United Autosports team, he's been performing really well. I mean, pole position in his first race in the McLaren is pretty impressive, I gotta say. He switched from BMW to McLaren last year, or this coming year, I guess. And he's been on fire. He really has. He's been doing really well, and I think that he's got a good chance of delivering a big result for McLaren alongside his teammates in the 95 720S GT3 Evo. Okay, give me one moment. I'm gonna get some water, and then we'll continue on. Okay. I had a comment come in quite a while ago from one member here that I didn't get to respond to. It says, "Hey, one question: Can you post that link for the robotic dream song?" So, um, yes, I can. I can do that in the description once I'm done with this. You can find it in the description of any video that has it. With the live streams, I have to like go in afterwards and put it in. So, yeah, that song is good. It's a good ambient song. I use it for all the what's it called, starting grid live streams that we have. So yeah, I'll definitely post the link when I get an opportunity. It'll be in the comment section of this when the live stream ends. Or sorry, not the comment section, the description. Okay, no change for the lead in GTP as of yet. The gap between the top three is pretty close. The Whelen Engineering Cadillac, as I mentioned a moment ago, has kind of dropped back, kind of into the clutches of the 25 BMW. The 24 car has dropped back a little bit as well from the leading Porsche. So, it's not really looking good for BMW to win this race. It's looking really well for Porsche Penske. If they can pull this off, I'm just honestly, I'm shocked. I'm shocked at how strong of a season they've had so far. BMW, it didn't work out. Their strategy didn't work out as of right now. Porsche Penske got it better. I mean, they've won this race before. They know how to win it. But I don't know if I'm hoping something happens. But we'll see how it goes. The Whelen Cadillac is also starting to chase down the 24 BMW. So I'm hoping that BMW can at least get a podium. But right now, it's not looking good right now. The Whelen Cadillac is right there. Unless... Oh, no. I thought that was the 25 car. My bad. It is the 24. So the Porsches have caught up to the GT traffic. This could slow them down a tiny bit for the BMW and the Cadillac to catch up, but we'll see. Right now, it is Porsche Penske 1, 2, the 24, then comes the 31 Cadillac, and then the 25 BMW. So towards the back of this train, the 24 BMW is massively under pressure from the Whelen Cadillac. It's possible the Cadillac could get ahead. Oh my goodness, are they actually going to go... They're going to split the GT traffic, and the Whelen Cadillac is going to go round the outside. Oh, my goodness. Philippine stays ahead, though. The BMW keeps ahead of the Cadillac. Watch out for the 25 car. It's catching up to this field as well. The 25 BMW is on the back of the 24. 20 or so minutes remain, and it's definitely possible that BMW or Cadillac gets closer to the Porsches, but at the moment, right now, the Porsches are pretty much dominating this. 4 seconds is the gap from Nasser to Een, from first to third. Nasser continues to lead with around a 3.5 second gap to the sister Porsche. So right now, Nasser and Tandy looking for win number 3 in a row on three very different tracks. This is absolutely astonishing from Porsche Penske. I can't highlight this as much as I am because it's really impressive stuff that they're on this trend of win at Daytona, win at Sebring, and potential win here at Long Beach. I gotta say, there hasn't been as much chaos as I was expecting. Maybe that's a jinx for what's gonna happen in the next 20 minutes, but yeah. Got a comment saying, tell me more about Rexy. Yeah, so Rexy's leading right now in GTD. Currently, Lawrence Vantor is on board the car. He's been very, very consistent, and Rexy is holding back the rest of the field. Oh, a little bit of contact. Sorry, hold on a second. A little bit of contact between the Corvette and the BMW. That's the 36 and the 96. So the 36 Corvette making contact with the 96 or vice versa, whichever way you'd like to look at it. Samuels mentions in the comments below, Penske is going on a dream start that is giving vibes of WTR's 2017 when they won the opening 5 races in a row. Yeah, it is kind of like the 2017 race. Honestly, I have to say I wasn't around watching IMSA consistently in 2017, so I didn't really see much of that, but from what I know, that was the last like kind of dominant performance from a brand or team, and yeah, it is going really well for Porsche Penske. Got another comment coming in saying, which place is Rexy in? He is in, or the car is in first. So leading the way in GTD, 1.2 seconds is the gap between the leaders in GTD. So Lawrence Vantor in the Rexy Porsche, the AO Racing entry, is in front ahead of Jack Hawksworth Lexus. Got a little bit of damage for the 36 DXDT Racing Corvette. This is not what they need for neither Robert Wickens or Tommy Milner. Milner is not coming into the pit lane just yet. He will stay out. Could have a similar situation to what happened to the 93 Acura, and that 36 could be forced to come into the pit lane though. So we'll see. The BMW in third is losing time to the Porsche. This is, for any BMW fans, this is not going good right now. Porsche are just absolutely dominating until unless there's like some sort of yellow or something like that. I see Porsche winning this race and finishing 1-2. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, still got 18 minutes to go, and this could really change everything. We could really see a completely different race towards the end. And that's why Long Beach is so epic and so exciting, because it really could be the final 10 minutes and somebody's leading, and that car could be finishing at the very back of the grid, or vice versa, or whatever. That's how exciting it kind of can be. So the gap between the two leading Porsches, 2.6 seconds. Nasser ahead of Campbell, so the 7 ahead of the 6. Then the gap down between Campbell and Een is about 4 seconds or so. Een's got a 7.6 second gap to the Porsche in first. So right now, BMW needs a caution period. They need a caution period. If they're going to win this race, they need that caution period. As long as they get a podium, I think I'll be happy, because BMW needs a podium. It's been a long time till that's happened. Meanwhile, IMSA have issued a mechanical black flag. So what that means for the DXT Corvette, by the way, what that means is that the car has to come into the pit lane to serve the black flag, which is not what it sounds like. It sounds like the car, like you're being disqualified, basically. In F1, that would be the same. That would be if you get a black flag, you're disqualified from the race. A mechanical black flag is a little different. So the car comes into the pit lane and they're forced to fix the damage. That's kind of what it's like. It's not as extreme as it sounds. Because like I said, black flags are usually in F1 or another series like that, the end of the race, or disqualified. You're done. You can't race anymore. That's different from a mechanical black flag. Okay. Still about 15 or so minutes left of the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. We've been streaming for nearly 2 hours now. Usually I don't stream for this long with me talking, but hey, I'm streaming the whole race here, so got to make sure that I comment as much as possible. Samuel says, also, what is your thoughts on Ryan Mirror now commentating on the international feed? It's weird not seeing Shea Adam and Jeremy Shaw on the commentary team anymore. Yeah, it is a little strange to see that Shea Adam and Jeremy are no longer like at that specific commentary booth. Ryan I think he's a great addition to the international team. I believe he's with John Hindhaugh, if I'm not mistaken. I have to catch up and see exactly where he's at. But yeah, I mean, it's always great to have somebody else come in. I do miss Shea Adam and Jeremy Shaw, though. I agree. It is nice to see them. But yeah, I don't know. Ryan's a great person. I think that he's got an opportunity to continue on commentating, and yeah. Gotta say, not as much chaos as I was expecting, but it has been an entertaining and exciting race nevertheless. I gotta say, I was expecting another caution period, like some sort of like major incident or something like that, but these drivers have kept it really clean. Besides the incident with the AWA Corvette and the 78 Lexus, this has been a really clean race. For an Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, this has been really, really clean. 15 minutes to go, 14 minutes and 22 seconds and counting precisely to go of this race. Porsche Penske continued to dominate the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach with BMW in third. Aston Martin's car is still in this race. They're in eighth. The Valkyrie, the number 23 car, That entry is just ahead of the Acura and the 85 Porsche. It has not been a good race for Meyershank Racing. The 93 is in 11th. The 60 is in 9th. This is not going well for Meyershank Racing. Considering where they qualified, it's not going good. If you look at the times as well, I'm just looking over at the times. BMW and Porsche seem to be setting similar times. They're all setting either like 12 nines or 13 ones, somewhere around there. And other entries are setting different. So you can tell that Porsche and BMW definitely have the fastest cars here. That's very clear. That was clear from qualifying, to be honest. Acura had a strong car. They had misfortunes that kind of didn't really work out. Cadillac doesn't have the strongest car compared to last year. Last year they got first and second. They got the same result as Porsche Penske is getting right now. But this year, it has not been their year. It has not been Cadillac's year at all in IMSA, actually. They haven't been on the podium. They haven't really been in contention for the win. Besides Sebring, the Whelen Cadillac was kind of there in the fight. The 40 Cadillac was somewhat in the fight in Daytona, but the incident involving Louis Delatraz and multiple other cars really hurt their race. So Cadillac has not had a good event. I'm hoping they bounce back stronger at Laguna Seca, a track they have won before. Of course, the 31 almost won that event last year. The year before, Chip Ganassi won with the 01 Cadillac with Renger van der Zande and Sebastian Bourdais. I bet that Cadillac can come back stronger there, but they are going to have to challenge those Porsches. Those Porsches are going to be hard to beat. And honestly, I mean, I would bet that Porsche is going to have the best car again at Laguna Seca, but we'll see. They've really been dominating in IMSA, and to be honest, it's really just about the WEC now. They've secured the big results in IMSA. Can they do the same in the WEC? That's my question. They got the Drivers' Championship last year, but the real big question is, can they fight Ferrari? Can they fight Toyota on a consistent basis? And specifically, can they fight Ferrari and beat them at the 24 Hours of Le Mans? It's going to be really, really interesting to see how that goes. But still a long way to go till June. Still got a couple months until the epic French endurance race. Porsche Penske continues to lead with a 2.2 second gap between the two Porsches. Philippine is almost has 10 seconds to the Porsches, the leading Porsche at least. So if nothing major happens, Porsche Penske has got the win here, first and second, another first and second position result. This is astonishing from Porsche Penske, and this is mind blowing to see them this competitive and this consistent. I would have liked to see BMW winning this race, considering they started first and second. It would have been really cool, but if they can get on the podium, hey, that's a really good result. I mean, right now they're third and fifth. That's really strong, really good points. That's exactly what they need. They need big points. They need results like that. That first win will come. It's just about when that will come, you know. Porsche have looked they've looked formidable. You know, it's really hard to match them, match their pace, and match their consistency. And right now, BMW I would say they have the second, maybe even the first fastest car here, and they have the ability to fight Porsche. It's just, maybe it just didn't work out in terms of strategy or whatever. I need to look back and see exactly what happened with the BMWs, but yeah, I mean, still, a podium is not too bad. The 31 Cadillac coming home for fourth, that's going to be a big result if they can continue in that position. After starting last in this race, they're up into the top 5 and fourth. That is just, that's a great result for Action Express Racing. They need big points as well. The Wayne Taylor Racing Cadillac's currently in 6th and 7th. They're doing not too bad, but again, it's been a pretty difficult race for them. They haven't really been in the fight for the win at all here at Long Beach compared to 2 years ago when the Wayne Taylor Racing Acuras were in the fight. Yeah, it's not really turning out to be their race, and it's been a really difficult race for Acura and Meyershank Racing. It's not turning out to be the race that they were hoping for. Honestly, I was expecting the BMWs to be kind of a little bit more fast in the closing stages of this event, but I don't know. I mean, Porsche Penske have been so consistent, it's hard to really argue with them. It's hard to fight them for sure. Okay, Under 10 minutes to go of the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. What a race IMSA's had here. Another classic. Long Beach never disappoints. It's been pretty epic. I mean, Porsche Penske have dominated, but they've dominated in true fashion. Strategy has been a major, major talking point throughout this race. There's been a few incidents. The AWA Corvette got in that crash. And then the Aston Martin Valkyrie, they're doing pretty well as well. And speaking of the Valkyrie, we got a comment coming in that says, "Hey, what are you expecting from the AMR Valkyrie at Long Beach, and did they reach your expectation?" Honestly, I was expecting that car to be like, I was expecting it to survive to the end. I was expecting it to get a few points, maybe something like that. Honestly, they exceeded my expectation. I'm really, really impressed with the Aston Martin car. They are in the fight throughout the entire race. Not for the win, but they're in the fight for big points. They're in the fight with the likes of Acura and Cadillac, who have been in IMSA for years upon years. And that car is there. It's fighting for points. It's in eighth right now. If they can finish in eighth place ahead of cars on pure pace, that's impressive. That's really good. So, to be honest, they've exceeded my expectations. And I'm hoping at Laguna Seca they can perform pretty well as well. I think that Laguna Seca is a very different race compared to any other event in the past. The Moto Corse de Monterey, that is. The track it's got elevation changes. It's got tough corners like the corkscrew and turn 9, turn 10 complex. Turn 6 is a very difficult corner as well. Same thing with the final turn of turn 11. I think it's turn 11. But yeah, it's definitely an event that I think the Aston Martin needs to go on and kind of use as just like a practice run kind of thing. Like let's get data, let's build this up. That car, I think they could be fighting for, honestly, even a podium or a top 5 at Watkins Glen. I think that's when we're going to start seeing that car being a little bit more competitive. So we'll see. The Porsches have caught the traffic once again. Campbell is starting to close the gap to his teammate. It's a Porsche Penske battle for the win. Philippine has actually caught up a little bit, so the BMW is starting to gain a little bit of time, but honestly, I think it's a little too late. In GTD, Lawrence Vantor leads away for AO Racing. AO Racing, we're heading into this event and thinking, Vassar Sullivan did this in 2024. They brought 2 cars, and the second car that they raced in GTD Pro ended up winning the race. And they thought, you know what, we can probably do that too. And look where they are. They're fighting for the win. They're in first position. And Rexy is looking for the win in a class that he doesn't usually compete in. AO Racing don't usually compete in the GTD category. But here are AO Racing. They showed up. And this is a one-off entry, just like in 2024 with the 89 Lexus. And this car is going on to win this race. Lexus are in second and third, though, so what a performance from them. The 89, which won last year, is in third, and the 12 is in second. There's a little bit of a battle going on for 5th place right now. Robbie Foley is on board the 96 BMW, holding off a charging Mercedes, Porsche, and Ferrari right behind. So it's BMW versus Ferrari versus Porsche and versus, what was the other car? I said BMW, Ferrari, Porsche, and Ferrari. Wait, BMW? Oh, Mercedes. Sorry, my bad. The Mercedes is involved in that fight too. So Philippine getting stuck behind the one of these GTD cars, and this has kind of hurt his race a little bit. The BMW, I think what they're hoping for is just a podium, at least a podium. That would be a really big result for BMW M Team RLL. It's not exactly what they were hoping for, but hey, I mean, that's still a big result. I mean, this is pure pace. They've survived to the end. It just didn't really work out for them, and they couldn't really match the pace of Porsche Penske towards the end of the event. Also, there hasn't been that many safety cars and chaotic moments, I gotta say, which would have rather kind of brought up a few of the entries and kind of shuffled the grid a little bit. Towards the end of this race, it's really been Porsche Penske that have kind of dominated. 5 minutes to go, a little bit less actually. Things could still happen, so don't say like, hey, this is going to happen or whatever. I'm trying not to as well, but it's just looking like that. Porsche Penske. The question is, can they win in the WEC? You know, they've proven that they can be consistent, fight for the championship, win the big endurance races, and then go on to win the big sports car races, big sprint races like Long Beach. You know, this is a team that has been so consistent across 2025. As a comment pointed out earlier, it's similar to the 2017 Wayne Taylor Racing days with that black and blue Konica Minolta Cadillac. That was a great year for Wayne Taylor Racing. They ended up winning the championship in the first ever year of Daytona Prototype International. And yeah, I think that this is very similar to WTR. The question for me now is, can Porsche go into the WEC, the World Endurance Championship that is, and win over there? Imola is next. That's next weekend. This is going to be a race that Porsche Penske were very competitive at last year. I think they have a really good shot at winning it. So we'll see. I think it could definitely happen. I think that Porsche Penske could win Imola. They are arguably had the win at the 6 hours of Imola last year. They were in the fight with the Toyotas. They were in the fight with the Ferraris. But we'll see. A lot of questions heading into that event. But we'll cover them next week. Right now, let's focus on the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. Nasr has a 3.4 second gap to Campbell, so there's not going to be any change between first and second. Just a few laps to go. Just bring it home, boys. You got this. Lawrence Vantor in the 177 Porsche 911 GT3R seems to be staying in first. It's been a pretty fantastic event for Porsche in general at Long Beach. Porsche on top in GTP and Porsche on top in GTD as well. Got a comment saying, "Where's your hometown? Because I always watching your footage in Laguna Seca, and this year you go again there." Yeah, so I'm from Northern California. I've been here for as long as I can. Forever. Laguna Seca is my home race. I've been going there for forever. You know, it's been a long time. I've gone to multiple events. And yeah, I'm from California, as some of you may say according to my accent, but yeah, I'm from California. I'm from Northern California. And I'd like to go down to Long Beach, maybe even next year. That might be cool. Another event that's in California for IMSA. A great race for sure. Be cool to attend. Nazar is currently leading by 3.2 seconds, so the gap still is the same between first and second position. Yeah, this has been an epic event in IMSA competition. The Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. This is the 50th anniversary, by the way, of the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. So a really special year, a really special race. One lap to go, it seems. The number 7 Porsche has won at Daytona. It has won at Sebring, and now it's going to win at Long Beach. It has been, honestly, I'm surprised at how competitive Porsche Penske have been throughout this entire race. The white flag is out. This is the final lap of this event. Both the leaders in GTP and GTD will start their final laps. BMW seems to secure third in GTP, but we'll wait till the checkered flag is called out. No big changes seemingly happening in GTP. GTD seems to stay the same as well. There's a pretty big gap between all the cars. And yeah, I think this is pretty much how it's going to finish. I don't think there's going to be any other position changes. There's not much more to say, but just a round of applause for Porsche Penske Motorsport. What a season they have had. It has been absolutely fantastic performances all year long so far. They went to Daytona looking to defend their win. They did that. They went to Sebring looking to win for the first time in, I think it was 17 years. They did that. Then Porsche Penske are now arriving to a completely different track, Long Beach, and they're going to win for the second time in history. Porsche Penske Motorsport, Felipe Nasr brings the car across the line. It's Porsche on top at Long Beach. It's a 1-2 result. What a race for Felipe Nasr and Nick Tandy. It is 3 wins in a row at 3 completely different tracks. Daytona, Sebring, and Long Beach. Porsche Penske on top at all of them. It's a double podium with the 6 coming in second position. The number 24 BMW comes home for BMW's first podium of the year. Congrats to them. It's been a fantastic race for BMW across racing at Long Beach. They didn't get the result I'm sure they were hoping for. I'm sure they were hoping for the win, but a podium is still a big result. The Whelen Cadillac comes home in fourth, with the number 25 BMW just behind in fifth to complete a double top five for the M Hybrid V8s. Over in GTD, it is Rexy on top. A second straight win in a row for the AO Racing Porsche. The Dinosaur wins in GT Daytona. What a race for Lawrence Vantor and Johnny Edgar. These two drivers are not the full season racers for the Rexy car. That entry came here in GTD for a one-off appearance. It normally doesn't compete in the GT Daytona category. But wow, what a race for them. It's a Lexus 2-3. What a race for them as well. Vassar Sullivan Racing had a fantastic race to end off the final appearance of the RCF GT3 at Long Beach. But yeah, what a fantastic race for both GTP and GTD. Porsche on top again. Wow. They won in Sebring in both classes of GTD Pro and GTP, and now they've won again in both classes. Wow, this is just what a season Porsche have had so far. What a season AO Racing and Porsche Penske have had. This is just fantastic performances from Porsche Penske all year round. They're going to continue this, and we'll see how it goes. But honestly, there's not much more to say. We're moving on to the next event. It's the Motul Corse de Monterey Laguna Seca, my home race. A fantastic event as always. But yeah, Long Beach, a great race. The Valkyrie did survive to the end of the event, by the way. It finishes in 8th. What a race from Aston Martin and the heart of racing. A completely different track compared to Sebring and Qatar, the Lusail International Circuit that is. And the Valkyrie is still showing that it can race on any track and get a big result. So what a season so far for Aston Martin. What a start to a fantastic program that is the Valkyrie AMR LMH. That pretty much concludes everything, I believe, for this watch party. The first time we've done a full watch party of the entire event. What a race from Porsche Penske. I can't say it enough. They dominated this one after a fantastic strategy call. They beat the BMWs and they beat the Cadillacs and the Acuras and the lone Aston Martin as well in GTP. Wow, just a fantastic performance from everybody at Porsche Penske Motorsport. Fantastic performance from AO Racing. BMW RLL, fantastic race from them as well. They finished in 3rd and 5th. They'll jump up into, I believe, the top 5. Both cars will. Lexus, Vassar Sullivan Racing, fantastic race from them. The 12 ahead of the 89 on the podium. It's a double podium for Vassar Sullivan Racing. So congrats to them. Really fantastic result. So that concludes everything, I think, from this watch party. There's honestly not much more to say. I hope you all enjoyed this one. It has been great streaming for nearly 2 hours or so of the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. Another IMSA round done and dusted. We're off to Laguna Seca, WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. So we're going up California's coastline to the Monterey area for another classic event at the iconic home of the Corkscrew. But we are not heading to Laguna Seca just yet. That's in a couple of weeks. Next up is a race that Porsche are looking to win in the WEC. It's time for a switch over to the Italian side of racing for the 6 hours of Imola, which is going to be an epic race. Catch all the updates. Next week, I'll start by posting the race preview and all the details that you need to know about Imola. But for now, that's it from IMSA. Thank you all so much for watching this stream by me for the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. I appreciate your support, all of you here. It's just absolutely incredible. So thank you so much. I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day.